The lights you see up on the east side of Veterans Memorial Auditorium are the 4 teams that are going to be playing here tonight. The 2 are getting ready to play in the 1A. Let's go down to the public address announcer and George Turner.
Time now for the 1A championship game of the 1996 tournament. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting team, the Linville Sully Hawkettes. Number 23, Sheila Reno. Number 25, Erica Heiser. Number 33, Megan Elscott. Number 35, Gina Fear. And number 41, Carrie Norman. The head coach of the Linville Sully Hawkettes, Jerry Halsing.
Let's go.
Now the starters for the home team on the board, the defending champion, Winfield Mount Union Lady Wolves. Number 10, Lacey Palar. Number 12, Allison Settles. Number 14, Linda Lappy. Number 32, Tracy Johnson. And number 54, Heidi Venghaus. And the head coach of the Winfield Mount Union Lady Wolves, Mitch Walks.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The floor officials, Randy Bloom and Dan Rourke. Bench official, Terry Eaton.
Well, it's the 1A championship, and it's number 1 and number 3. Winfield Mount Union, the defending champion, going up against Linville Sully, the Hawkettes. Both teams, of course, are undefeated, and we'll be back with the 1A right after this. On Monday, we started with 8 teams in Class 1A, and we are down to 2. Linville Sully and Winfield Mount Union getting ready to jump it up here at Vets Auditorium, and we are underway with the 1A championship, and it looks like they're going to really jump it here, Mike Henderson.
Something you don't see very often, 2 jump balls in the same regulation period of ball, but no alternate possession established yet, so we'll try it again.
Gina Fear probably doesn't like to even see the jump, of course, after the other day when she bumped heads and had to leave for a little while with some bruises, and the ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to give the basketball to Winfield Mount Union. They'll be in the white uniforms here. For Linville Sully in the light blue, and as you mentioned, traditional light blue, I think, for the Linville Sully Hawks.
You're right.
Winfield out front here. Allison Settles. You can see the red hair out there. Out front, Palar. See how Linville Sully plays them defensively. Big battle on the inside, Mike Henderson.
Should be, and of course, whoever guards the young lady with the ball right now, that's the key.
Linda Lappy, you are speaking of, 16.9 points a ball game. And here's a player that can play inside, and she can play outside as well.
She makes it tough for him. Those of you who watched the game a year ago last night don't need a program for Winfield. Same 5 starters as won the state championship a year ago.
Lappy's shot no good. Rebound Fear, and they'll come away with the basketball. Linville Sully brings it up here. As you take a look, win over IKM and Trainer. A 17-point win over Trainer in that one for Linville Sully here so far at the state, and Fear with a turnaround won't go. Rebound out to Winfield Mount Union. And taking a look at how they made it through with a win over Central, an easy one there, and then over Wellsburg Steamboat Rock, probably a little closer than the score indicated there.
Didn't start real strong in either game, but came on well in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
A little jittery here, ball knocked around. Winfield Mount Union will pick it up and set it up. Palar, number 10, will direct things out front along with Settles, and Linda Lappy will see her anywhere. Drawing the assignment on her, Elscott defensively. And it's going to be the first bucket to Linda Lappy. Lappy will get the first bucket of the ball game. 2-0, just underway. Winfield Mount Union on top, down 4. Fear gets a shot, and a foul is going to be called on Lacey Palar. That'll be her first personal foul. First team foul called against Winfield Mount Union as well.
We're going to see here, Fear got the ball a little out of control. Palar thought she might be able to clean and steal it. Just not quite quick enough to get to the spot.
Lady Wolves are going to pick him up in the man here as they inbounds and clear out front. Linville Selly. Both teams pretty patient offensively. Looking for Fear, their big gun. Gina Fear. However, they got some bench over there, too. Both teams have some bench in this 1A.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Linville Sully's young bench quite a bit. Better get the starters' names in early because there's 3 freshmen coming.
There's Gina Fear's shot, no good. Gina, of course, the daughter of the boys' coach, Glenn Fear over at Linville Sully. Here comes Lappy.
There's why they like her for a college player in 2 years.
Brings her up quickly, as you mentioned, 2 years. Mike, only a sophomore, and Lappy's got 4.
And her brother, of course, Bird, signed to play for Elton Miller at Northern Iowa. He'll lead their boys' teams into the states being a week from now when they'll also attempt to defend their state championship.
Pressure by Winfield. Linville Sully has no problem. Now sets it up offensively. And the ball knocked away, stolen away by Settles. Foot race on. Settles gets hammered down underneath the bucket. We'll have a foul.
Somebody can run real fast there. Number 25, Erica Heiser, got her off the left side. Look at her come.
Heiser trying
a little bit too much with the hand.
Yeah, Reno on the right side and Heiser down the middle. That will send Allison Settles to the free throw line. 78% free throw shooters. If you're wondering about the last name, yes.
Yes.
Jess Settles. Free throw, good. You know, when you're down there, you know where Allison doesn't look that tall when you take a look at her until we were down to the floor, and she's 5'8".
Well, and Linda Lappy doesn't really look to be 6 foot when you look at her on the screen. If you were down there to shoot her open, she's a big kid.
Over the back is going to be called here against Heidi Vinghaus of Winfield Mount Union. So Linville Selly will get the ball out of bounds, and we're going to see some of that Linville Selly bench immediately. And
now we have 3 freshmen in the lineup for Linville Selly. This one, Jessica Nichols, just played great against Trainer in the absence of Gina Fear, who got hurt on the opening tip.
With about 2 seconds gone, got thrown into action. Shot down to the baseline, no good. Linville Selly still looking for the first point of the basketball game. Not a bad shot down there, however, by Heiser.
And in case you wonder, she's 6'4", number 51, the freshman.
5-0 Winfield Mount Union on top. Here's Lappy, tries to take a baseline, double team, can't stop her that way either.
She can play the point. She's already shown she can baseline and wait till they put a little kid on her and she posts up.
Are you sure she's only a sophomore?
Yes.
Great player.
Because her mother was one of the Wick twins. Jill and Jean had played for the Winfield 70 state tournament team.
Linville Selly inside of the key, up and good. Turnover for the Hawks. And first bucket of the ball game for them. It's 7-2 in favor of Winfield. Winfield looking for Lappy. They get in her hand over in the corner. Nice play down low. Turn around. Vinghaus blocked by Nickel. Hawks try to get a fast break going. Stolen back by Winfield Mount Union. 7-2 ball game in favor of Winfield Mount Union. 4:14 to play. First quarter, 1A championship here at Vets Auditorium. Victor, Mike Henderson, and we've got a foul. And I believe it's going to be on the Hawkettes.
It is. Lappy coming through the lane. She's got excellent body control when she comes through. Just a tough kid to guard.
Timeout of the fourth. We'll be back after this. Back at Vets Auditorium, this telecast is authorized on the broadcast rights granted by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the descriptions and accounts of tonight's activities without the express written consent of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union is prohibited. Lappy to the line. Linda Lappy, the 6-foot sophomore for Winfield Mount Union. And she puts it down, 61% free throw shooter, and Lappy was 7 out of the 8 points for Winfield Mount Union.
Who's got the other one? Lappy's got them all, doesn't she?
Second one, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Linville Selly. You see Nickel in there. Winfield picking him up in the man, trying to... Now they're going to have at least a little more height down there for Linville Selly, aren't they? There's Fear inside the lane. Probably one of the best moves she has. Misses it. Rebound Winfield Mount Union. Well, we mentioned rebounding is going to be a key in this one and also in the 4A game coming up between Dowling And Cedar Falls.
At the break, the rebounds were dead even at 3-3. But the way Winfield was shooting, not going to be many.
Settles passing it to Lappy, and she hits the support hard, but here comes more substitutes in for Linville Selly. See who checks out of the ball game. Let's see the replay here. I think it was a pass. Yep, just didn't get the timing down. That was Nickel helping out defensively. And boy, Lappy going up against the basket support hard.
But popped right back.
Tough player. Iser brings it up. Shot from 16. Good. Megan Elscott for the bucket for Linville Selly, and it's an 8-4 ball game. 3:15 to play in the first quarter, and it's still Winfield Mount Union by 4. Lappy gives it up. Back and forth. Shot inside of the lane. No good. Rebound Linville Selly. Elscott looks like she wants to run with the basketball. Double team to the far side. Then Nickel, and I think they'll set up the offense. Going to Nickel. Her shot inside of the lane. Good. Jessica Nickel. Freshman Mike Henderson. My goodness.
A 6'4" freshman, too. Maybe not the prettiest shot. 2 big possessions for Linville Selly.
Two-point ball game. 8-6 brings the Linville Selly fans to their feet. And Lappy trying to answer. Can't do it. Ball off to the bounds. It'll be Winfield Mount Union. 2:31 to go in the first. It's Winfield by 2 at 8-6. Timeout. Mick Trier, Mike Henderson, as you take a look at the blinking lights over there, Mike, they aren't very far apart, I'll tell you, between Winfield Mount Union and Linville Selly.
And, of course, the other two, the little more orange lights, are the two for our 8:30 game, the West Des Moines Dowling and Cedar Falls.
Shot to the inside, no good by Sorrell. So now Linville Selly is going to have some problems on the inside. She's a big girl in there at 6'3" and a sophomore. Ox working on the perimeter. Chance to tie this ball game up. Ball lost out of the floor. Picked back up. Boy, good pressure by Winfield Mount Union defensively. I think they brought Sorrell in to try and help out on Nickel. And there's the turnaround by Nickel. Airballed it.
She did help.
Lappy off for the rebound. 3-on-1. Lappy loosens it off of Linville Selly's foot. Hawks pick it up, and they want to run with the basketball. Here's Shern up court. Lost again. Out of bounds. I think they brought in Sorrell, Katie Sorrell, the 6'3" sophomore, to try and help out a little bit on the height of Jessica Nickel of Linville Selly.
And, of course, Sorrell's one of those kids that's had a great tournament last year, was kind of a real clumsy kid, kind of growing into herself. Their best defensive big kid.
Nickel gets it knocked away, picked back up. Minute 42 to play in the first. 8-6 ball game in favor of Winfield Mount Union in this 1A championship. Outside shot, 17-footer off the lip of the iron, no good. Taken by Megan Elscott.
You see that time, Sorrell really bothered Nickel. Nickel should have shot the ball. But after the last time, she just saw the big girl turn back and pass.
Mick Trier, Mike Henderson, Veterans Memorial Auditorium in Des Moines, 1A championship. Winfield Mount Union by 2 in the basketball. Winfield in the white, Linville Selly in the blue. Trying to penetrate. Here Settles down low, dishes it off. Scoop shot won't go. Foul's going to be called. And I think on Nickel, the big girl, Jessica Nickel at Linville Selly, the 6'4" freshman, gets her first personal foul, and that'll bring Fear back into the lineup. But I think they're going to leave Nickel and Fear both in there.
I think they'll leave them both because Winfield has both of their post kids in.
But Lappy's going to go get a breather.
She's been doing that at the end of each quarter during the week. But Benioff, the kid at the line, was their post kid for 3 years. Really on the way to an outstanding career scoring mark until Linda Lappy and Heidi Sorrell came along as freshmen. But she'll gladly give up those for the one state championship in the bank. And the other one they're kind of hoping for.
Jenny Anderson into the lineup for Lappy. Will probably take a breather for the last minute. Free throw no good. It's still 8-6.
Rebound still even at 6, Mick.
1 minute to play. Minute 3. There you see it here from the top of Veterans Memorial Auditorium. And you get a good look at the defense. Winfield Mount Union Nickel, shot down to the baseline. No good. By Nickel, and here comes Settle, sees an opening and tries to go to the hoop, and a foul's going to be whistled on Linville Selly's Carrie Norman.
Really good to see the way these kids kind of mature. You'll see Settles couldn't have made this move a year ago. She didn't have that kind of floor sense, and she comes down. And goes to that nickel, catches her with the hand as she comes up trying to make it in. But Settles is kind of grown up as a ball player from last year, along with Palar. They were just kind of young kids a year ago. Now they've matured.
Settles, 78% free throw shooter. And she bangs it off there.
And of course, the team in white is going for its 50th consecutive win tonight. They lost their 4th game of the season last year before coming back to win the rest, and then the 27 this year.
Second free throw no good as well. Winfield having problems from the line.
Well, that's 4 straight misses.
Hey, Mike, we've been on this 8-6 mark for a while. 38 seconds to play, first quarter. Selly looking for Fear, gets it down low, double, triple team. Nichols from 5, it goes. And we're tied at 8. 23 seconds to play, all knotted up at 8 apiece here in this 1A championship. And here comes Settles down with it. 17, 16. Lappy on the bench. They'll probably look for Settles to take the shot. 10 seconds. They get in their hands. 7 down the lanes. Shoots. Good. And Winfield Mount Union will have the lead. First quarter comes to a break. It's Winfield Mount Union on top, 10 to 8. Jump. Winfield Mount Union taking the lead right before the end of the first quarter. 10-8 ball game in favor of Winfield over Linville-Sully. Let's take a look here, Mike Henderson, at some of the team comparisons.
Well, there's not going to be a whole lot of difference when you got 2 unbeaten teams like this. Linville-Sully shooting just a little better. 2 of the very top offensive teams in the state. Also 2 of the top approximately outscoring their teams by double, 64 to 32.
Hawks trying to get in the hands of Fear. Back outside, penetrating down to the middle of the lane. Nice drive by Norman. Offensive rebound to Linville-Sully. Should be a good matchup between Fear inside and Sorrow in there.
Yeah, neither one really outstandingly quick, and they can both rely on a little bit of strength and Fear on a finesse.
3-point attempt by Conover won't go. Rebound belongs to Winfield Mount Union. Rebounding's pretty much even in it, Mike.
Well, it still is. It's been there the whole time. I don't know whether our good friends to the left are making up the numbers or what. 9-9 is what we should have right now.
10-8 ball game. Winfield with the basketball and the 2-point lead. Lauderdale into the ball game, number 24. There's Linda Lappy. Nice feed inside to Sorrell. She misses the shot. Gets the offensive rebound back up and good. I don't know if Gina Fear didn't see the ball.
That's not going to make some Linville-Sully real happy. They're going to think she climbed her back.
12-8 ball game. The rebounds even at 9 each.
Yep.
Fear's shot won't go. Lappy up for the rebound. She can do everything out there right now.
Watch her, she'll go to the basket.
Down scores Linda Lappy. 2 more points to her credit, Mike. We got her at 9.
Yeah, just when you think you got her shut up, see that great body control, she gets squared into that lane, gets that shot up.
Linville-Sully's needing Gina Fear to start putting the ball in the hoop. Hawkettes. Carrie Norman looking inside. Trying to get the screen on Sorrell to get Fear, but Sorrell really can fight through most of those screens. Down the middle, kicks it out. Shot by Conover, in and out, no good. Rebound, Linville-Sully got a whistle in the lane.
And they had everyone screened out. Somehow she slid in between them. Good rebounding position by Winfield Mount Union. Let him slip in.
Who is the foul on? 52, going to be on Summer. Sarah Summer into the ball game. You see number 25, Erica Heiser, back into the Linville-Sully lineup, and they'll get the ball down to the baseline. 6:04 to play, first half here in the 1A championship at Vets, 14-8 in favor of Winfield Mount Union. There's Fear. There's her favorite move, Mike.
She's going to run that on you all day if you let her. She shows that maybe she played a little 6-player growing up. Wouldn't you guess that?
I would think so. 14-10, there's Lappy. Feeds it off. Summer with the shot. Won't go. Block out by Linville-Sully, and they get the defensive rebound.
Don't think that Jessica Nickel hasn't been a factor in this game. My fine stats to the left just passed me a note. The margin's 14-2 when she's sitting. Linfield's favor, so it's made a big difference for them.
Inside again, Fear gets the bucket down for 2. She's got herself 4. And Gina Fear with a couple of quick buckets to make it a 2-point ball game.
And I bet we'll see a defensive adjustment. I think we'll see Vinghouse back with her.
Lappy answers well. Linda Lappy for Winfield Mount Union brings up the coach. Mitch walks up off the bench.
Not to complain, I hope.
No, happy. A little pressure by Winfield. L. Scott inside Fear. Can he bring some help over?
Yep, that's what they need. That's the adjustment they needed.
Exactly what you mentioned. Time out of the 4. It's 16-12, Winfield Mount Union.
Good job.
Picture of Mike Henderson back at Vets Editorial. Mike?
Hey, we stay even on the rebounds. Make it 12-12. Winfield Mount Union, 43.7 field goals. Linda Lappy, of course, quite a little of that. What a clean ball game today. 2 turnovers for each team.
Well, we said rebounding would be the key, and it shows that it's even. It pretty much is. Winfield Mount Union on top by 4 at 16-12 with 4:51 still to play here in our first half. And Winfield Mount Union will have the basketball. The white
whole group of changes for Winfield Mount Union. Basically, it's the starters back, though, isn't it? The reserves are gone.
Exactly right. Lappy down to the corner. She'll fire. She'll hit. Linda Lappy. 59% field goal shooter. You get a shot view now of Winville Selly. And Winfield Mount Union. Winfield with the press on. No problem with the Hawkettes. Down to Fear. Stops. Misses. And off of the rebound is Winfield Mount Union. Good offensive break down underneath the bucket for an easy 2 by Heidi Vinghouse. Great hustle by Vinghouse to get down floor.
Well, Vinghouse went down too well and then settled Founder in traffic.
Got an 8-point ball game, and that will be a foul, I think.
And that's going to be awfully close. We play a replay on this one. It's going to be just like the first foul of the game. She thought she could use her quickness to get ahead of her. Just a half step slow. Here we'll see her. Fear coming here. We see Paylor coming off the left side of her. She thought she was quick enough to get in front of her and couldn't quite get it done.
That'll be second foul on Paylor. More substitutes coming in here for Linville Selly. Carrie Norman back into the lineup here, and she'll inbounds it as 15 checking out Anna Conover. Well, Gina Fear taking a look at an 8-footer and fires no good. Offensive rebound won't go as well by Megan Elscott.
Look at that pass.
Up-court pass to Paylor. She'll fire for 2.
And you knew had to pass on that. She'll get an assist, too. Happy off the board. A great outlet.
Mike Anderson. Winfield has built a 10-point lead. 22-12 with 3:45 to go.
And Linda Lappy is now 6 of 8 from the field. Hit 5 of her last 6.
Down underneath, nice drive.
Oh, that's pretty.
Erica Heiser.
That's their 3-point shooter, too. She's not supposed to be in there driving.
Well, they left Fear out at the free throw line. Left the opening down low. Back within 8. Winfield Mount Union leading 22-14. Lappy. Man, whoa.
That's 7 of 9.
Great player. 15 points, 15 out of the 24.
You realize she's hit those 7 shots from all over the floor. No, those 2 shots have been anywhere close to each other.
3 minutes to play. First half, turn around. It's good.
Oh, is that a tough shot? She got herself squared up and got it in, but for a sophomore, that's a tough shot.
Jessica Nickel, the young freshman, hitting the 2. Brings it back with an 8.
The Lady Wolves now on a big run of 5 straight field goals.
Lappy down low this time to the baseline. Fear off of the rebound.
I knew I could stop that.
Winfield Selly.
Stop that run in a hurry. Just talk about it.
Winfield Selly's going to stop Winfield Mount Union, Mike. You're going to have to keep them to 1 shot per try. They're 2 good shooters. Underneath. Winfield Selly. Good. Bucket by Carrie Norman.
Winfield Selly really drives that baseline hard. It doesn't make which kids it is, whether it's their inside kids or outside kids, all the same move. We'll deep on the baseline and move hard. Oh,
man.
My goodness.
Linda Lappy, 2 more points, 17 if you're counting. And we're down to the 2-minute marker in our first half.
Oh, can I have my all-tournament ballot? I think I got a name for it.
Winfield Mount Union leading over Linville Selly. Here's a shot at the other end by Linville Selly. Won't go. No rebounding. 26-18. Both teams look a little tired. Substitutes sitting across the way. You can see them in front of the scoring bench. Here comes Lappy again. They got everybody. She draws the crowd. Paylor misses. Rebound Linville Selly. Gina Fear looks tired. She's getting down floor slow. So's Nickel. Some of the rebounding on Linville Selly here.
Yeah, but one of the advantages we see there is
26-18. 1:27 to play in the half. We'll be back after this. 26-18. Let's see the replay here of Lappy going after the ball.
Hey, you got to play the game at both ends to be a great player. She plays 100% of the time. Already 17 points and 4 rebounds for the sophomore in this contest.
Linville Sully with the basketball here. Shot down to the baseline by Nickel. Won't go. Winfield off of the rebound. They're going to throw on the big press here, but it doesn't cause any problem as Settles will bring it up. Down low. Draws the crowd. Shot up. Good.
Mitch Walk's doing a nice job of resting these people. He's got Lappy back on the bench again, going with Thorell and the other sophomore, Anderson.
Foul down to the far side here is going to be whistled against Winfield Mount Union.
And that was the other sophomore, Anderson, just breaking the ball game, Jennings. So they look to maybe been 4 state championships. That's what Mitch doesn't like to call, or else he's still warm from us having a lights down there in the opener. He's just been so concerned about that.
Linville Sully throwing it in down to the baseline here. A minute to play in our half. 28-18. Winfield has built a 10-point lead and Settle steals it away. The pressure by the Winfield Mount Union Lady Willows takes it away here. And now with an opportunity to try and build this 10-point lead. With Lappy sitting up.
Whoa. There you go with a block without leaving the floor. Nickel is going to be an excellent basketball player for what she's done. She's real good right now.
Here's Mitch walks up off the bench.
Hey!
Ooh.
Go up right at her, strong.
I wonder if they hurt her. Hurt him.
I think he hurt him up in Ames without the mic. 28-18, 34 seconds to play. Linville Sully from 16 and finds the mark by Megan L. Scott.
Keep getting the big basket when they really needed to stay in. Looked like they were needs. They're getting blown out. Then they'll come back with 2 good offensive possessions in a row. 18
seconds to go. Looks like that Winfield will probably go for the last bucket. Last time it was Settles that took it. Knocked away. 12 seconds. Bringing near side, looking for Settles, gets it to her. Nice feed inside. Up and good by Heidi Binghouse. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's the end of our first half. It's Winfield Mount Union on top by 10. We've got another special halftime show coming up right after this. And our thank you to Chuck Offenberger, who had that interview a little bit earlier, of course, with Jim Hallahan, who had to be out of town. As you take a look here, of course, at one of the buttons here at for Linville Sully, it looks like.
I wonder, that's got to be a mother, and my eyes aren't good enough to see quite what player.
We'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Picture Mike Henderson back at Vets Auditorium. You see the score 30-20 in favor of Winfield Mount Union here as we get ready for second half play here in this 1A championship ball game. The stats, Mike.
Well, a pair of unbeaten teams, of course, going at it. First half, Winfield Mount Union 14-26. Quite a bit better. Most of that Linda Lappy. Neither team relying on the threes at all. Good runs by, as we said before we came out, Winfield Mount Union's tournament experience. The shooting of Linda Lappy made the difference.
Ball knocked around after Lappy's missed shot, and Winfield steals it away. Winfield scored about more points than anybody else this year on Linville Sully.
They got a game's worth in the first half.
What do you think the key is going to be in the second half, Mike?
Defensing Linda Lappy. Good being able to get inside for Linville Sully with either Fear or with the freshman Jessica Nickel. Keep pounding it inside.
Down to the inside. Shot up and good. Heidi Binghouse for Winfield Mount Union. Gives them a 12. And look at the free throw, rebounding, and turnovers, Mike.
Well, we'll see that Linville Sully has not shot a free throw during the game. Winfield Mount Union struggled there in the middle of the quarter. Rebound still even.
Yeah, we thought the rebounds would be the key.
And no turnovers by either team. I don't know what our man just played for us.
Good play. Erica Heiser for the 2 here. For Linville Sully brings them back within 10. I don't think Linville Sully can afford to get down by more than 10 and try and make a comeback to this Winfield team.
No, I don't think so, because neither team, they're not used to running and not used to scoring that much.
Here Settles down the middle of the lane, shoots and scores. Number 12. Allison Settles, the senior.
She should have let the big girl bother her more than she did. Got a great confidence to put over Fear like that.
12-point lead here. Back to the other end. Fell down. So might have an injured player down there for Linville
41,
Sully.
isn't it?
Gina Fear scores the bucket here for Linville Sully, but I think one of the Linville Sully players might have turned an ankle down there on the baseline. Let's see what happened.
There we'll see her coming down. Real good. We talked about the way they drive that baseline aggressively before.
Carrie Norman turning the ankle down there. We'll be back with more of the girls' state basketball tournament in a moment. Injured player for Linville Sully, number 41, Carrie Norman, looks like turning an ankle, and she's being attended to right now by their head coach and also by some of the trainers. Watch the...
we'll see the replay. She comes driving down the lane, a little bit off balance, and there's a bad plant right in there before she went. Probably a little bit fearful, but a great staff, I might mention, the trainers that we have here in the South Des Moines group, and they've really been on top of things through the week, and we see Coach Olsing from Linville Sully along with the tournament trainers. And
Linville Sully certainly is going to need Carrie Norman in the second half of this ball game.
Well, they've got good depth, but a player like this, a freshman, it's come along as far as this young lady has. And, of course, this makes the second player they've lost this week at that position. The original starter there was Sherry Mosdem, who was sick a couple of nights ago, didn't get a chance to play. See, that Sherry's coming from the opposition tonight.
Well, 34-24. And there's the governor on hand. Terry Branstad on. Oh, nice-looking sweater.
I wondered who that guy in front of my mother was over there.
I'll tell you what, awful colorful sweater for him. Really sporting a nice one here tonight. So Winfield Mount Union will have the ball and a 10-point lead here, just underway in the second half. 6:26 to go in the third quarter. Lappy out there on the top of the key. Linda Lappy with 17 points to her credit alone already. Taylor, who can score. Settles. They got a lot of weapons. Very patient shot by Settles from the corner, won't go. Rebound off the backside by Conover here for Linville Sully, and here come the Hawkettes. It's a knocked away, picked it back up. Megan Elscott. Looks like Anna Conover is going to get some playing time. And Gina Fear fires one from outside. Hit it the other day. Nice rebound. Back up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Winfield Mount Union.
Heiser is just a feisty little player. He's in the middle of a lot of action both ways. A kid that plays good defense, gets down and rebounds. He's been a three-point shooter during the year.
Let's see here. Sorrell's coming back into the Winfield lineup, and so's Nickel coming back in as well. Those two have been doing battle down low.
Jerry Holsing says, you bring your big one, I'm going to counter with my big one.
Heiser. Free throw. Good. (34-25). In and out of the second free throw. Gina Fear with a nice offensive rebound. In trouble, though. Pawnee gets it kicked out. See if they try to go back inside to Fear. There's the crossover step off the glass. She's done it 100 times.
Yep. A lot of times, a lot of summer work. Back 6th, 7th, 8th grade went into that move.
8 points to her credit. 34-27. Back within 7. Linville Sully staying here. Happy's going to try and answer, and she does. Nothing but net. Beautiful.
Oh, is that a top shot? Coming toward the basket with defense right in your face. Flat up, great body control.
Pressure by Winfield Mount Union as Linville Sully clears it across. 36-27. We're into the 5-minute marker in our third period. Patient looking inside to Nickel. Turned around. She can hit that one. Misses it this time. She gets the rebound and knocked it out of bounds. And a foul be called against Linville Sully's Megan Elscott.
Yeah, just another good rebound in traffic. Good offensive movement by Linville Sully that time. Really set up by a great screen outside by 25 Heiser. Got the ball to Nickel right inside. Should have been a good 2-point play.
Assistant coach for Winfield Mount Union up off the bench.
That's Dave Thurman. He's an outstanding softball and volleyball coach. Had a couple of teams in the state softball tournament.
Happy again.
51, isn't it?
Wow. 38-27. Give her 21 points for her credit.
And we'll talk about the assistant Linville Sully a little later when we get a chance. Good friend of both yours and mine.
4:18 to play, third quarter. Linville Sully shoots and scores. Nice shot. Erica Heiser coming through for the 2. And Erica, who averages 12 points a ball game, held to just 7 right now. Brings it back within 9. Settles directing things out front. No doubt looking for Lappy. Trying the defensive assignment, L. Scott. Pass inside, got a whistle. Foul apparently before.
Yep. Who, me? Who, me? Yes, you, 25. Heiser. There's Jerry Holsing.
There's Jerry up off the bench for Linville Sully. Directing traffic. Inbound. Shot.
Oh, pretty play.
Can't get in that baseline.
Just a straight little step back and quick turnaround on the base.
Heidi Vinghouse who got to the free throw line. 66% free throw shooter. Hits the free throw. The lead at 10 by Winfield Mount Union. The defending champion, rated number 1 in 1A. They're a solid team, Mike.
They are. Both these teams are solid teams. Winfield's a little better than most of us thought they were, I think.
Pressure causing problems here. Gets the turnover. There you see Mitch. Lappy looks at the three. Ooh, comes up short. Settles with the rebound. Nice dish off. Right side. Another foul underneath. Too many people right now by Winfield Mount Union. 40-29, timeout on the floor with 3:34 to go in the third.
Tender, juicy, great tasting beef. Only the best gets a blue ribbon.
We're very selective.
For one thing, it's got to be grain-fed.
Right here in the Midwest.
We've got to give the consumer what they want.
And they want leaner beef.
We keep the trim down to 1/8 of an inch or less.
Hey, it's not easy to meet our standards.
Fresh.
Consistent. Quality.
There's not anything in this case that I wouldn't be proud to take home to my own family.
Blue Ribbon Beef. It's better beef. You be the judge. Only at Hy-Vee. It starts long before spring. For a lot of reasons, I have to make the right choices along the way. Because a successful harvest is more than hard work and a little luck. Finally, getting to this moment leaves me with a feeling that can't be explained. It can only be experienced.
.29, Winfield Mount Union has built an 11-point lead here with 3:34 to go in the third quarter. And Winfield Mount Union going back to the free throw line to the person of number 54, Heidi Vinghouse.
And she was just there a little bit ago.
10 points for her credit on the night. Ooh, a little short.
As we said in the first half, here's a kid that's pretty unsung on the team. Had a great career early and then kind of been overshadowed by the sophomores as they came along.
Way short. Linville Sully off of the rebound. .15-footer, no good. Good rebound by Sorrell for Winfield Mount Union. She's going to be a good one. Only a sophomore, Mike.
Oh, we've seen a lot of Grayson picked up and just much more mature and a better athlete than she was a year ago.
Exactly right. Has some colleges looking at her. Sorrell from the free throw line won't go. Rebound nickel for Linville Sully.
And a lot looking at her.
Still 11-point differential with 2:52 to go in the third. Back into nickel. They kind of quit going away from Fear. Shot no good. Rebound nickel. Taking it back to the hoop and scores.
Nickel's a little more aggressive taking the hoop than what Fear is, I think. Fear a little more finesse, can run that drop step and crossover so much better.
40-31. Allison settles, trying to go down low. Can't get it.
That's the third block for Nickel, and she's really played limited time in the ballgame.
Mick Trier, Mike Henderson, Veterans Memorial Auditorium. This is the 1A championship game. Winfield Mount Union by 9. There's a shot by Fear from the outside. 2 or 3. 2, Mike.
Two. She's inside, definitely.
Timeout on the floor. Well, we have our 4A championship coming up a little later on, but let's take a look at the shot here by Fear.
But she's real confident inside, and I think that's what we were talking about when we said we move Nickel inside. Gives them a good combination of that inside-outside, because Fear got the good touch out there. She's not afraid to shoot, and Nickel just a little stronger and more aggressive in under the basket as we're looking at the Winfield Mount Union bench.
Mitch Walks.
Let's go one shot and pull him out.
Mitch Walks, the Winfield Mount Union, giving his Lady Wolves encouragement.
And that was his voice, of course, that we did hear as we got the coach's mic. There's Jerry Holsing, the graduate of Northwestern College, sitting there.
Right next to him.
There we go. Now we can talk about Dwayne. He's maybe the newest assistant coach in the state. Their assistant coach left to take a job with the National Pork Producers, and they brought in the rookie. Now, he's not a rookie, because about 30 years the head coach. He's the athletic director, Linville Sully. Great gentleman, basketball coach.
Shot up and good by Erica Heiser, and Linville Sully is within 5. They steal the ball. Fear dribbles down, scores. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be called. And Mike Henderson, quickly, we have a ball game.
This is a good unit for Linville Sully's got the ball game. Heiser continues to impress us.
Watch this.
We're going to see a battle board. We come back with the ball.
Fear taken to the hoop hard. Free throw up and good. We've got a 2-point ball game at 40-38.
And it hovered at 10, was at 12 once. Most of the time 10 during this quarter.
And here comes the pressure by Linville Sully. Lappy, no problem. 3-on-2. Lappy doesn't stop. And she misses it, but I think she's going to be fouled. We'll go to the free throw line.
Well, she was fouled by the big kid. Nickel coming across. Still almost got the ball in. Was in at the point.
So Lappy will go to the line. She's deadly from up there. 21 points. Leading the way. Free throw good. Make it 22. Give them a 3-point lead. It's Winfield Mount Union by 3.
Largest lead was at 12. Several times at 10.
Second free throw also good. It's a 4-point lead. We'll see the pressure now by Winfield Mount Union. A minute 30 to go in the third. You'd think this is the fourth quarter, Mike.
Well, they're playing. That's the kind of the fourth quarter we're going to see. The teams are going to go after each other good and hard from now on.
Off the fingertips of Jessica Nickel out, and here comes substitute in for Linville Sully. That'll be Katie Shern, I think, making her first appearance.
Shern's one of the real good cross-country athletes in the state. She's been in the top 6 in state cross-country all 3 years in high school.
Ball down to the floor. I think Lappy just slipped, didn't she?
Yeah, and the reason they're trying to wear down Lappy. There's seldom 2 straight tips on the floor. There's the same girl guarding it.
Conover inbounds it here. They get in the hands of Fear. They got Fear outside now, and Nichols down low. Gina lost the ball.
Linville Sully's having a great quarter shooting. They're 8 of 13 in this quarter.
Wow.
Including the last 4 in a row.
Trying to get it to Nickel. They do. She turns, misses the shot. Lappy with a great defensive rebound, and a foul's going to be on Anna Conover of Linville Sully. They're battling now, Mike.
Both
Henderson
teams
down
battling,
inside.
coming after it. State championship on the line. 2 unbeaten teams. And really the kind of a game we'd expect. In fact, let you know a little secret. I picked Linville Sully.
Let's take a look at the turnovers here so far in the ball game. And points. Off the
Turnovers even by Linville Sully. Really made theirs pay.
Boy, they did too. Ball knocked away. Picked back up by Lappy. You see a little defense. The clock shows the time remaining in the third. 36 seconds in the third quarter. Winfield by 4, 42-38. They're going to bring it out, Mike, and go for the last shot. No doubt.
And they got a lot of different people that can shoot it.
Indeed they do.
Number 1 options, number 14 with the ball right now.
Or settles. They worked her earlier. 13, now they'll move it in. Mitch calls for it. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lappy, 6 seconds, 5 down inside of the lane, shoots, no good. Rebound Lappy, back up, no good, and that's the end of the third quarter. It's Winfield Mount Union on top by 4, and we'll be back after this. Victor by Henderson back at Betts Auditorium. Winfield Mount Union on top, 42-38. We have a fresh 8 minutes on the scoreboard, and let's take a look at the field goal shooting.
Well, Linville Sully's picking it up. Winfield Mount Union, of course, has been shooting well all the way. Linville Sully with 8 of 14 performance in that quarter, brought it back even. Good ball game. Good fourth quarter coming next week. Hang on.
Linville Sully open up with the basketball here. Try and penetrate. Shot by Elscott, no. Nickel rebound, no. Rebound, Sorrell out of there. And then stolen away by Linville Sully by Heiser. Fear looks to penetrate, puts it up and scores. Went right over the top of Katie Sorrell.
She's much more comfortable facing the basket than she is with a back foot.
Exactly right. 15 points now for Gina Fear, and it's a 2-point ball game at 42-40. And now Linville Sully Hawkettes backing it inside. 2-3 zone. Sorrell turned around, blocked by Nickel. Boy, those two are battling.
That's either 4 or 5. 4 block shots for Nickel.
And you got to remember, only a freshman going up against a sophomore. Whoa, that went right through the hands of Nickel and almost through the hands of Sorrell.
Almost picked off a few photographers in the end zone.
Winfield slowing it down. Mitch Watson worked the offense. Winfield's a team that you know can run. They can also set it down. Laffey, near side, settles, open. She'll shoot. She'll score. She's a good outside shooter, Mike.
First time all week she wasn't squared up on a shot, but the thing switched right through.
44-40. It's a 4-point lead by Winfield Mount Union. The Hawks will set it up again. And the ball stolen away.
The original poke away there by Lappy.
Yeah.
Taylor comes up with it.
Taylor, she'll be fouled. Foul on Linville Sully, number 33, Megan Elscott reaching in. Let's see what happened here.
Well, we'll see Paylor coming down the floor pretty well. No question about that one. I shouldn't say anything about officials. The one to my left would have got that one right. The helping with their stats today happens to be Randy Cutchy, who's worked a couple of fine ball games this week, and we're glad to have him on board.
You betcha. To the line goes Winfield Mount Union. Lacey Taylor, 63% free throw shooter. Only 2 points to her credit tonight. She knocks that one down. 44-40. It's a 5-point lead by Winfield Mount Union with 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Both of them are good. .40 and Linville Sully. The spot back, hits the bucket. Big bucket by Erica Heiser.
Heiser's starting to warm now. 11 points. Extremely good second half.
And the ball still over by Heiser. She takes it, gets it blocked by Lappy.
Oh, was that nice.
Boy, Lappy can get up. She really can leap.
We're going to see it.
The steal.
Over the top. Here's the steal. He just came from nowhere. From that angle, you really couldn't see the elevation on it.
Look at Heiser won the basketball.
The good ones wanted at this point in the game.
Fear taken to the hoop, misses the shot, rebound, Sorrell for Winfield Mount Union. And a 4-point ball game in favor of the defending champion and top-rated Winfield Mount Union Lady Wolves. 4A coming up between Dowling and Cedar Falls. Turnaround Sorrell.
That's another one. That's 5 blocks for the freshman.
Brian Nichols up court pass. Sully quickly. Linville Sully up to Heiser. Three-pointer. Air ball. No good. Missed. Timeout. It's 46-42. Winfield Mount Union on top. 46-42 in favor of Winfield Mount Union. And let's take a look at the Norwest Key Stab, Mike.
Well, the turnovers, of course, continue to stay even. As we said earlier, Linville Sully taking much more advantage with 15 points off the turnovers. But rebounding, turnovers have been about the same. A little bit better shooting by Winfield Mount Union is evident. Probably a little better shot selection would probably be the better word than shooting, because they've got it worked into better positions. Not quite as many wild shots.
After the air ball, Winfield Mount Union will throw it in down to the baseline. We're going to see the pressure here by Linville Sully. Had a turnover a moment ago. This time Settles will clear it across, no problem.
Well, they'll have the ball handlers with the ball from now on.
Well, they got Settles out there, and Lappy, and also number 10, Taylor. All three of them good ball handlers. Heiser was going for the steal. What do you think? Mitch Wachs wants to take a little time off?
Either that or he wants to really open up and see inside what can happen. He's not going to take the turnaround jumper again with Sorrell. He's going to, or Vinghouse. They'll have to have a clear lane to go.
Well, both Lappy and Settleston certainly penetrate from outside from out here.
Well, and all three of them are great free throw shooters.
Bill Sully coming out after him.
I'm not sure that they needed to do this. I think they're the pressure of the two teams. As we saw when both Fear and Nickel got tired toward the end of the first half. To me, this might be playing in Linville Sully's hands because it is allowed to keep both big kids on the floor and both big kids fresh.
Ball down to the floor, jump ball called for, and it's going to be in the possession arrow of Winfield Mount Union. The Class 1A All-Tournament team will be announced at the end of this game. On Monday, there will be an All-Tournament team announced from all four classes. Combined, and Hy-Vee Food Stores will provide a $1,000 college scholarship to the student athlete named the most valuable player of the tournament. Our thank you to those fine folks. 46-42, a little more pressure. Winfield looks like going to go ahead and go for it. Pass inside, Sorrell shot, good. Nice pass by Lappy.
Well, that's just what I said they wouldn't drag. He's had the last three blocked in there, but actually more over the top of Fear. Big turnover coming in.
Nichols loses the ball, picked up by Sorrell in the back. 6-point lead by Winfield Mount Union. And everything going Winfield's way right now. 3:17 to play in this ball game in this 1A championship. Dowling and Cedar Falls coming up in the 4A here in a little bit here at Vince. Settles out front. Lappy, oh, nice pass. And we're going to have a foul. Beautiful pass to Vinghouse, who is wide open. Lappy sees the floor so well, Mike.
It's surprising for somebody of that youth because we mentioned she doesn't know the game freshman, a sophomore at all. Here we go, up over the top. Could have shot the ball herself, but had the easy shot, but blocked by Nickel. But of course, a foul before the block.
So Vinghouse will go to the line. Free throw good. 49-42. The lead goes to 7 with 2:55 to play in the basketball game. Both of them are good. And the pressure's still on by Winfield Mount Union. Going to be a double dribble. Yeah, picked up the ball and put it back down.
Was that a big turnover?
Timeout of the floor, 2:48 to play. It's 50-42. Winfield on top.
Out away! Out away!
Veterans Memorial in Des Moines. It's 50-42. Winfield Mount Union on top now by 8 with 2:48 to play in this basketball game. And the turnovers, Mike, not that bad.
Not that bad by either team, of course. 10-8, but interesting stats. It's going to get probably more interesting. Free throws for the game. Linville Sully just 2 or 3 for the contest. Winfield Mount Union 10 of 18. Whoa, a big, costly 5-second turnover there.
They're on Winfield Mount Union, so Linville Sully here with an opportunity.
Have to use the foul to get the ball back.
Nope. So the Linville Sully Hawkettes getting it in play here. Well, Winfield Mount Union just keeps coming after you. Iser into Nickel, turn around, it's good. 6-point ball game, still plenty of time left.
Well, they're hanging around.
For both teams here. See what Mitch Wachs wants to do here with Winfield. He's got Settles out top of the key. Looking for Lappy. On the assignment, Elscott defensively gets switched off. Sorrell down low, kicks it back out. Very patient.
He just keeps saying, don't force it, what he's saying over there.
2 minutes to play.
And I even heard that with my headset on. He talks so loud.
Settles brings it out, 1:49. Winfield with a 6-point lead. Nice pass down to Sorrell down low. Ball knocked around, picked back up by Settles. And ball stolen away, I believe, by Fear. Now we're going to have a whistle and foul on Settles. Allison Settles, they were doing battle down there, Mike Henderson.
I think the foul surely on Fear, isn't it? Oh, you got it right. 1-2.
Allison Settles, I think Fear got the steal, and Settles reached back in and got the foul.
Well, Allison Settles, in all actuality, should have called a timeout at that point. He was trapped. They were going to continue to have the ball. They had the timeout to burn.
Here's a big possession, Mike, from Linville Sully. Heiser. Last time they went to nickel. This time looking for Fear. Step. No good. Rebound. Knocked around. Foul's going to be called on Erica Heiser of Linville Sully. Good defensive rebound by Winfield Mount Union.
Well, it was, and they played her smart defensively. There was no way she was going to get 3 points on that. And that was the important thing that time. Don't give her 3.
Here's Mitch Watts.
I've got timeouts left.
Yeah, that's what I thought I might hear. And that's going back to the time when Allison Settles got in the little box on the corner. Should have used one.
Minghouse at the line, hits it. Jerry Holsing with the concerned look on his face.
We mentioned that's 11 of 19 for free throws for Winfield Mount Union now. 4 of those misses came right in a row. They've been pretty flawless besides that little stretch.
52-44 with just 1:09 remaining. Bill Sully. See if they go to the 3. Heiser, nope, takes it on down. Misses it. Fought for the rebound. Nickel kicks it back out. Back into Nickel with just 48 seconds to go, and they whistle. And I think they got
Settles again, and she's running. Hey, wait just a minute, people. I'm the little one in here. I might get the last 2 fouls.
So Linville Sully on bounds it. 2-point attempt, no. Winfield Mount Union with the rebound, then knocked it out of bounds. They'll give it to Linville Sully.
Yep, Manghouse a little too anxious to turn and go with that one.
8-point lead, though, with 43 seconds. Here's Fear inside Nickel. Turn around, can't buy it, Mike.
No.
I'm sure Winfield's going to take a little air out of the ball.
They're getting pretty excited over there in the red and white section.
And a whistle and a foul on Linville Sully. Whistled against number 15, Anna Conover. (52-44). Winfield Mount Union fans are on their feet with 29 seconds.
And looking at number 2 of the big trophy in their case.
This is Lappy to the line. No good. The rebound, Winfield Mount Union, then we'll get a double dribble. Long shot. Whoa.
You know Gina Fair.
Knocking it down from way outside, and man, oh man. 53-47, 17 seconds remaining, Mike, but it might be not enough here. Let's go into the huddle here. Let's see what he has to say.
All right,
Jerry Holsing.
Let's go for Erica. All right, let's go. All right, hey, we're going gold, and I want the foul on number 10, okay? Deny everybody else the ball, especially Lappy. Let it come into 10. And foul 10. Go for the ball here, all right? Hustle, all right? Keep working. All right, hustle.
Yep. Well, the instructions here by Jerry Holsing.
Where is she? They're going to foul number 10, of course, which is Baylor. Thinking the way that Settles has been so cool to the line and never give Lappy anything. There she is, girls.
They got her quick, couple of seconds, maybe at the most, clicked off.
Two of them followed the instructions real well. Now, which one they chose for the foul? 31, I assume, but it could have been 23. And they were both sent in 2 foul. They're both going to the bench now.
Nice job. Good job. Good work.
Mitch Watts. Winfield Mount Union. Taylor.
That rainbow by Gina Fear was the first 3-pointer that's been made in this contest tonight. Both teams really having good success inside. So far, it's paid off. They've chosen the right one to foul on the first spot.
That should probably do it. Gives them a 7-point lead with 16 seconds to go.
That's 3 possessions, no matter how you look at it.
Gina Fair will probably try for another 3. Can't get it up. Here's one. That's going to come up short. 5 seconds to play, and that might be a trouble.
Gotta walk. Let the celebrating begin.
Winfield Mount Union leading 54-47, and that will do it. Winfield Mount Union, defending champion, and they win it 54-47. And Mitch Wachs being congratulated by Jerry Holsing. And the girls are happy, and so are the fans. Well, Mitch has got a big smile on his face finally. I tell you what, good ball club. They're really well coached, Mike.
And they're not done. They start 3 seniors, but with the likes of Laffey, Taylor, and Katie Sorrell and Jenny Anderson coming back, a threat for a three-peat.
Good job.
Let's go down to the public address announcer and George Turner.
Before we present the all-tournament team and the presentation of the championship and runner-up trophies, for the 7th straight year, we're presenting the Norwest Banks Iowa Scholarship Award for good sportsmanship, which is based on sportsmanship shown by a tournament team, its coaches, cheerleaders, and fans. Each selected school is receiving 2 $500 scholarships to be presented by the school to 1 male and 1 female student athlete or cheerleader in any sport of that school. The scholarships are funded by Norwest Banks, Iowa. Receiving the award in Class 1A is the superintendent from IKM, Leo Humphrey. Now let's present the all-tournament team in Class 1A. From Linville, Sully, Erica Heiser. From Wellsburg Steamboat Rock, Allison Starr. From Winfield Mount Union, Allison Settles. From Linville, Sully, Gina Fair. From Trainer, Kim Wilkin. And the captain of the all-tournament team, the one who received the most votes from the radio people, the media that are here, from Winfield Mount Union, Linda Lappy. The trophies will be presented by the president of the board of directors of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, superintendent of schools at Humboldt, Carl Mattis. The championship runner-up trophy, Jerry Holsing and the Linville Sully Hawkettes.